Hi everyone and welcome. I'm Diane and my passion is painting and creating nature-inspired watercolors in my studio, which are easy for you to do too. I share all my paintings with you on YouTube, and on our website dianeantone.com you can find free downloadable sketches for all the videos to help you make the most of your painting journey. And if you'd like a little bit more, we also have channel memberships with loads of perks for you to enjoy. So welcome on board. Click subscribe and turn on notifications, and let's learn to paint watercolor. Hi everyone, welcome to my studio. It's Diane here. Hope everyone's well and happy and full of the creative spirit. And I'm going to today rediscover my water brush, which I was given a few months ago. Must have been probably 9 months ago by Viviva, who make the colour sheets, these, which some of us have and which are really quite fun. And this is the first time I'd ever come across this concept, so I was quite excited by it and did some simple paintings with it and was quite happy with that. And then really after a little while, I kind of forgot all about it. So I have rediscovered it, brought it out of the back of my drawer where all of these things live some of the time, and I'm going to have a go at just doing a little, some kind of silly little daft sketch of tulips. And I've got this is a piece of Archie's watercolour paper, a scrap left over from something else, and I'm just going to paint some leaf shapes, and I'm just going to use this water brush to do this, and that's probably not quite the right colour, and I'm just going to try to create some grassy, leafy tulip supports down the bottom here, and take that across the whole width of the page. And we're going to call this nice bright green colour, varying it a bit as much as possible. I don't like that colour. That's too much of a good thing. I need a test sheet somehow. I'll use the piece of, yes, you see, I don't like that. So I'm just really playing with mixing greens, and by the time I've got to the right hand side, I'm feeling a little bit more confident with that, and as is always the case. So there we are. There is such a thing as artist's block, and if you find that you're feeling a bit blocked, believe me, you're not alone. Okay, now for the tulips, I'm going to start here and I'm going to work through the oranges and the pinks. So I'm just going to use each individual colour for the tulips, like this. One after the other. And this is another way of kind of swatching out, if you like, because when you're exploring a new set of paints, like I am these Gallo ones, you aren't necessarily terribly confident about what you have got. So let's put some stems in. And I've picked up this green, which is fig green, and this green, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, olive green deep, with both colours on the brush, and so it's giving me a nice dark line and a light line. Isn't that cool, eh? And then with same colour, I can paint some leaves like that. Haven't even had to fill up the brush. There we are. And if we want, we can go back and drop a bit more colour in, especially perhaps on one side. This one's a bit pale, so maybe both sides. And maybe we might want a little bit of darks down here. So there we are. Some cute tulips, and we might just want to put just a few little, maybe we do, maybe we don't. Do we want to put some spatter on there? I'm not sure. Maybe a little tiny bit. Just a little bit, perhaps. A bit of orange, a little bit of red. And I think I'll just darken the tops of those stems. And we'll let that dry, and we'll see what we've got. So this would make a nice card for somebody, and I think having done it the once, I think I might do it again. So I'm just going to fold in half. I've got a piece of Bockingford paper here, and just move those out the way. And I always think it's a good idea to do something twice. Because obviously the first time you don't really know what you're doing. So I'm just going to, first of all, doing it this way, I'm going to go across the paper with what they call the fig green, and I'm basically doing the lighter parts of each of the leafy part. And then I'm going to pick up some olive green, I hope, and put in some darker parts, and it's very, very loose. Very, very loose. And I'm not going to spend too much time and effort over it, because this is really a warm-up, if you like. And I'm going to start this time with yellow. I'm going to put in a yellow tulip. Then I'm going to put in a tulip in orange. And then a darker orange. I don't know if you can get dark tulips, orange tulips rather, but here's one. And red. And I'm just going to there we are, and then I'm going to pick up some green and just drag down some nice stems. And then, because this is an exploration, we're going to take some ink, if I can find it. Ah, there it is. And a dip pen, just an ordinary dip pen. This is Sennelier brown walnut ink. And we're just going to draw around the tulips. Let the ink bleed and do whatever it wants to do. Where it hits the watercolor, which is still wet, goes in and runs and gives really funky shapes. Of course, if you wait for it to dry first, then you won't have that, if you prefer it not to bleed. So if you think you can't draw, you can. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry, and then we'll see what we think about that. It's completely different from the other one. Oops. 2 rows of tulips. A nice little experiment with your colours for an afternoon's painting. You can't see that, so let me just move that down. Yeah. Have a go. You might enjoy it. It's a good way of using up some of those paints that you think you're never going to use up before you die. Just joking. And yeah, pop on over to dianeantone.com if you want to download any of our sketches, not necessarily of these ones because these don't really need sketches. And they're free. Lots of other things there. And I hope you enjoy it. So I'll see you again soon. Bye for now, everybody.